We have Jay calling in from Florida. Jay wants to know if you could retcon the Bible, what would you change? And who is your favorite captain and why is it Picard?
All right, Jay. Like,
hi, Jay.
Hey.
Here. Number one, I would retcon Jesus actually doing something about the privileges that he got from the Old Testament instead of this whole like, oh, how dare you guys obey God by throwing rocks at this woman that my father commanded you to? How dare you believe the Bible? I think it would be better for him to say, hey, don't throw rocks at this woman. The Bible was a bad book. We shouldn't trust it like we should. Now let's work on a better way together. Oh, and the first thing I'm going to do is not claim to be the Son of God, but I'm going to, alongside me, have a diverse group of people to help make decisions with me. And then we can come up with morality that's more dynamic and better. That's what I would, that's what I would retcon. What do you think about that? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you think, Jay? And I also want to know if it's a great question. And do you have an answer? What would be your answer if you were to do the same thing?
That's a great answer. There are so many parts I would retcon, but I think the part I would pick first is I would retcon Jesus into being Moses' actual son.
Oh, Moses' son.
That's deep. I have not thought about that.
I just do that to screw with people, and I think that would just screw people overall for the whole history of the Bible, the whole story. The whole storyline would just totally get thrown out. Or I'd retcon it to have him say Mary Magdalene, like, this is my wife, this is my actual wife, just to kind of feed into some conspiracy theories.
Right.
Because he never really got a wife.
Yeah, that's funny. I like those ones. I never thought about that. Like it would definitely tie in like the story to the Old Testament or the Hebrew Bible stories a little bit more. And it would also maybe avoid like the whole Trinity problem. So that might have been a good one. Or oh my gosh, I could take that in so many different ways. My thought has always been that like if I could change, I mean this is going to be a kind of a shallow answer after Brady's answer because I feel like that is ultimately like the best thing you could do is improve the diversity and the morality. But I have always thought that why isn't the Bible more funny? Why isn't there any humor in it? I know that sounds so weird, but I've always I've always had a hard time connecting with like the some of the stories because I don't, and I understand that there is apparently like there in Judaism, like there is some like kind of rabbinic humor that goes in it, but like there's very little about the stories that feel, I don't know, like just I feel like it's almost missing a whole aspect of humanity by not having anything funny. Like it'd be funny if Jesus swore every now and then, or maybe like did something that was like, more relatable. So maybe character adjustments. I would make Jesus or Paul. Even Paul could have been somebody who was like actually kind of funny, or maybe like a little more lighthearted. But
he was so boring. He made people fall out of the windows, falling asleep. Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
My favorite captains, Jay wanting me to say that Picard is my favorite captain. I get it. I'm up there, but like I have a deep love for Cisco and a deep love for Janeway. So I kind of put all of them on as number one. I just have to be honest.
I mean, I love Janeway and I love Cisco, but I'm not going to be able to accept that one. That's what I think. You're going to have to pick one of those two.
Jay, I think you may need to deconstruct your expectations from me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you need to deconstruct that concept.
Yeah. But I'm going to my first Star Trek convention next month, and I feel like a huge nerd, and I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, it was. Awesome. I remember the first convention I went to. I saw Shatner and Patrick Stewart. That was like the best day of my life. I swear.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, Jay. I love it.
It's awesome.
Those are good. Those are great questions, Jay. I have to admit here that like I can't really weigh in on the second part of that question because although I am familiar with Star Trek, I have not. I just told Brady this before we did the show, is that I have not committed yet to watching all of it because I know that it will change my life and I'm going to have to like make new priorities in order to fit in the new commitments. So like, I'm just waiting because I'm going to, but I know that it will change me fundamentally as a person. So it'll have to wait.
That's wise.
I mean,
very wise.
If I could make like an episode recommendation, my favorite one is Measure of a Man. That's from TNG. And I think that might throw you into the deep end, but I think you'd like it.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate it because it's a little intimidating getting started because there's a lot there. Okay. Well, thank you so much for calling in, Jay. I'll let you go here, but great questions. I appreciate the just like odd questions like that. Like, how would you change the Bible story if you could?